Thank you, everybody, for coming. Oh my God, this is so exciting. This is hilarious. I'm always sitting on that side, and you guys are cooking. Don't be pigs. Don't take everybody. Take one thing and make sure everybody gets some. Michael's got you covered for wine, so I think it should be an awesome night.
When I lived in Italy, I actually found that whole kind of dining experience a lot similar to Asian culture.
I was there in November. I don't think I had a piece of fresh vegetable anywhere. Only whatever is available in the garden. We are not used to that here because we are from everywhere and everything is available at all times. If I was to tell one of my customers I don't have strawberries, I mean, that'd kill me. Well, it's January, you know, I mean, they're kind of hard to pick.
What we have is a sherry. Goes really well with a lot of the meat dishes. And for a red wine, we're going to try a couple of different burgundies this evening. Cheers. Thank you. Dig in.
How do you say bon appetit?
Chow down.
Sea cucumber. You said you wanted to go with champagne with this, correct?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Mimosa? Can I have some mimosa?
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's yummy.
Have you ever seen a back label that says served chilled with pasta, light chicken dishes, and sea cucumber?
Curiously enough.
Fish maw.
You find it repulsive?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
That,
Oh my God.
I never had a good, I guess. It's got too much fishiness.
It's like I don't like white truffle from Italy, from Alba. I'm telling you, it's like fish maw is. I love that.
Well then,
I think-
you know
you know
what?
what?
I'm gonna
I think
call
you
you.
have-
You're gonna take me out and you're gonna make me eat it in a proper way.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I
yes.
probably had it bad.
Yes. Yes.
You know how you always make fun of all the guests who come to your restaurants and are always taking pictures? And what are you guys doing now? See?
Beef on it with the,
We present to you
Yeah, no, you can get it.
Bear makes great tortilla.
Are we?
What, bear tier, as we call it at the house.
You know, we use traditional French knives, of course. I mean, we're on our team, but you've got the one or two guys that will bring out their little private box and their little stash and comes out with the right, ready to go.
I was the guy that would pay me to take their knives home to sharpen them on stones.
Meanwhile, you're like trying to sharpen their German knives, right? It's like, you're like 2 hours, you're 2 hours in and nothing's happened.
We're quick to beat up the young guys and say they don't have any patience, they want it. So did we. We wanted it as quickly as we could.
The old one was beating up on us when we were young. I mean, I want to beat up on them. Since when the table turned? Yeah. You know, when I was younger, they were beating up on me because I was young. And now I get beat up because I'm old.
This is too savvy a TV
All right, Mom.
crowd. Whatever. Yeah, we know.
And I think the television actually brought an awareness to food that we never had in this part of the world.
You have to get a skill because you can go anywhere without money. You have to use skill.
Oh, that's a good saying. That would be good for your school.
Yeah.
Right?
think so?
You know, yeah, I like
Could you
that.
say that again slower?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a spoon. So the chef said that the Chinese would never use this spoon, the kind of decorative spoon. That's just for looking good. That you've got to use the ceramic spoon.
This guy would come in, he would just show me things, and he would kind of point at things, and he wouldn't really say anything. And if it wasn't good, he would literally just throw it in the garbage. I remember doing like decorations like butterflies or whatever. And I would get excited, say, oh, how did you do that? And he wouldn't answer me. And then one day I remember for the butterfly, he took a piece of paper, he looks at it, he's like he's annoyed with me, right? He takes a piece of paper and he draws something with pencil. And it just looked like a circle with lines on it. He was just showing the cuts, like from a side view of what it was supposed to be. And I spent so long trying to figure it out. And then, of course, one day I spied him from the kind of side, and the few pieces I was missing, I put it together, thought, oh, yeah.
I go down at 8 o'clock in the morning like everybody else, and all the sauces are already made. When am I going to learn how to make the sauces? So I asked my chef, I said, hey, what do I have to do? Go down to 7:30. So 7:30 every morning, I would go downstairs in the kitchen and just stay back. You stay over there. Don't get in my way. All right, so 3 months rolled around. He was sick one day. I took over the station and I made all the sauces. And the chef was happy. The next day, guys come and that's good. Oh, that's garbage. Throw away. But you know what? He accepted me. And it was a great feeling when he accepted me.
You have to learn it yourself. You know, they expect you to learn it. You have to pay your dues. In your schools, right, do you encourage students to go out to eat?
Oh,
do
yeah.
they have? Yeah, what do you
But you
tell
know what?
them?
We cook every living creature and plant and vegetable, and these guys don't eat it. So it's almost like this voyeuristic relationship with food.
I like to run a happy kitchen. I don't think you can work without laughter, without music, without anything.
I don't yell, I'm stern. People mess up, I'll take them aside. I don't embarrass them in front of the rest of the kitchen. I've been through it. You know, I worked in some Michelin star restaurants in Europe, and man, I got my ass kicked.
If you yell and swear all the time, it just becomes noise.
Yeah, it does.
If
They don't
you
listen.
swear once a year, they hear that
They listen.
very
Yeah.
clearly.
That day that you lose it on that one cook, man, is the day they'll always remember. The whole kitchen.
I worked in European kitchens, and I had chefs that were screaming and yelling, and I grew up in a hotel environment. The chefs would just yell and scream at you. But then I had a chef, I'm sure a lot of you know him, Albert Schnell, was a completely different guy. He was a guy that everyone respected. He had a style, but when he got mad, he made you knew he got mad, but he knew when to get mad.
Did get mad.
But he had the balance.
You know, lately I had to cut back on the salt usage on a lot of the dishes, because people demand it, you know.
And desserts are the same. People want them less sweet
Yeah,
now.
less sweet. All of my recipes that I had for the last 40 years, I have to cut the sugar back. I mean, to the tune of, when he says 300 grams, I have to bring it down to 200.
Wow. And then you've got you're changing the ratios,
Yeah,
so
and
then you
you
got
have
to
to
fool
change the
around.
And you get those beautiful strips of candy. You dip it to cool it off so you don't burn your mouth.
Yeah. I figure.
Oh, yeah, that's hot.
Is it?
Oh.
Leave it in the water a little more.
The soup, it reminded me of French food, where's that
Richness, right?
richness from that slow simmer to extract the flavor out of those bones.
Asian never roast their bones.
Yes.
Everything is just boiled from raw.
Yeah, we don't roast
To-
the bone in Italy.
And
That's a totally...
in other European, they roast the bone so you can really taste the meat. Yeah,
It starts to
because it's like
emulsify,
a
it gets
creaminess,
creamy, right?
You get creamy.
In French cuisine, we're trying to tell everybody, don't do that. Simmer the bone, skim all the fat.
And then whip butter into it.
I think they're overdoing that nowadays anyway. I mean, most of the people, I've tasted some demi-glace that, it's gross. It's so reduced and so burnt. I mean, it's just not good.
Hey,
Not good.
I want to start a petition to bring back the roux in modern cooking, okay?
You know what? There is room
Bring
for
back
that.
the roux. Christine, I'm such a dope. I didn't know you had an earpiece. I'm like, how did she get that? I'm like,
I didn't believe it too. It's like,
and I'm thinking, I know she's been working on this since May, but come on.